welcome to the third lecture of coordination compounds. In first two lectures we have studied the introduction, types of ligands and the terms used in coordination chemistry. And in this third video we will study the topic IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compounds. Now let's see the rules which are used for naming the coordination compounds. The first rule is that name the ligand first and then the metal. Name of the ligand should be written first and then that of metal. While naming the anionic ligands, the IDE suffix is changed to O and the ATE suffix is changed to OTO. The third point is name of the complex is written as a single word. There should be no space between the name of metal and the ligand as well as the name of the two ligands. There should be no spacing between them. Fourth point is that oxidation state of metal is written in parenthesis in Roman number. That is, it is written in a bracket with Roman number of the oxidation state of the metal without any gap between the metal name and the parenthesis. Fifth point is that if more than one ligand of the same type are there, then the prefix di, tri, tetra, penta, hence on are used. The sixth point is that if more than one type of ligands are there, then they are written alphabetically while writing the nomenclature. The seventh point is that if the name of the ligand itself contains a number, then the number of the ligands is shown by prefix bis for 2, tris for 3, tetratis for 4 and so on. Let's see the example of this. For example, ethylene diamine having 3 molecules of ethylene diamine. How we can write the name? Let's see. Using the last point. Okay. So, example, ethylene diamine. So, how you will write this? Tris ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine also has di in its name, and since there are 3 molecules, so we are writing the prefix as tris, and there should be no gap between the name of the ligand and the prefix. The last point is that 8 point, for the metal in cationic and neutral complexes, metal name is not changed. Metal name is not changed. In anionic in cationic or neutral complexes. The complexes which are cationic or neutral, the metal name is not changed. But in anionic ligands, anionic complexes, the metal name is changed having suffix ATE. Okay? We have to study the name of the ligands, how they are written in IUPAC nomenclature. Okay? So, anionic ligands. Anionic ligands. Halogens, that is chloride. Its IUPAC name is chloro. Your bromide ligand, bromide, it is written as bromo. Iodide, iodo. Cyanide is written as cyanide. Sulfate, sulfate, sulfato. Carbonate, carbonate is written as carbonato. Your nitrate, nitrate is written as nitrato. Your hydroxide ligand is written as hydroxo. Okay, so your halogens, fluoride is written as fluoro, bromide, bromo, iodide, iodo, cyanide, cyano, sulfate, sulfato, sulfate, sulfato, carbonate, carbonato, nitrate, nitrato, hydroxide, hydroxo. Your nitrite is nitro. Okay, and if O is attached for N, from N also and from oxygen also. So if the ligand written as nitrito. Okay, you have thiocyanate. Thiocyanate. It is written as thiocyanato. Thiocyanato. If it is attached with sulfur. If it is attached with carbon, then it is isothiocyanate. Not with carbon, with nitrogen. Isothiocyanate. So now some neutral ligands we will study. The naming of some neutral ligands. Neutral ligands are your ammonia, okay, its IUPAC, we write amine, double M, okay. We write it as aqua. Carbon monoxide, you have carbonate, the ethylene diamine, that is EN is written as ethylene diamine, but a single name. So these are your neutral ligands. Now let's see the name of the metal in anionic ligands. We have seen that the name of metal in neutral and cationic complexes do not change, but in anionic complexes the name of the metal, the prefix is changed to ATP. Okay, so your aluminium, Al is your aluminium. Okay, so it changes to aluminate. It changes to aluminium is changes to aluminate. Fe, that is your iron, it changes to ferrate. Copper, You name it as platinate. Your gold aurate, manganese, manganate. So this change of name of the metal is only applicable when you are having anionic complexes. Okay, the name of the metal changes only when the metal. Now let's see some example. Of naming the compounds using the IUPAC name which we have studied. Name of the ligand is written first and then that of the metal. Second, name of the ligands change from IDE to O and ATE to ATO. Then there should be no spacing between the name of the metal and the ligands. Oxidation state of the metal is written in bracket. Fifth point was that if one ligand is appearing more times, then it is prefix such as bi, tri, tetra is used. If more than one type of ligands are there, then they are written in alphabetical order. And if ligand itself has number in its name, then bi for 2, tri for 3, tetra for 4 is used. Okay, and last, the name of the change of the metal name is there if the complex is anionic. So let's name anionic complex using the IUPAC nomenclature which we have studied now. Okay, so this is a nickel complex. You have NiCN4 2 minus. Here the oxidation state of nickel is +2. So how we will write here? First we will write the ligand. How many ligands are there? So there are 4 ligands. So tetra cyanide is there. So cyanide becomes cyano. Tetra cyano. Now here nickel is anionic complex. So it will be nickelate. Nickel will become nickelate 2 ion. Okay, understood? The complex ion over here is NiCN4, the whole bracket raised to 2 minus. Charge, the complex charge carried by the complex over here is 2 negative charge. So how you will write? First name the ligand. How many ligands are there? 4. So prefix tetra. Cyano will be, cyanide ligand is there, so it will become cyano. Metal is nickel and complex is anionic. So nickel will become nickelate. Oxidation state is 2. So it is written in parenthesis. And since it is an ion, you are writing it as ion. So the IUPAC nomenclature of this complex is tetracyanonickelate ion. Now let's see one cationic complex. Cu NH3 4 2 plus. Now what is the ligand over here? It is amine. So tetra amine. Amine, we have seen the spelling. It is double M is written while naming the ligand of ammonia. So ammonia is written as amine. Tetra amine. Now whether you will change here the name of metal? No, because it is not a anionic complex. It is a cationic complex. So in cationic complex, the name of the metal is written as it is. So here it is copper. You will write it as copper only. Only the oxidation state. The oxidation state here is +2. So you will write copper to iron. Okay. So once again we will see the cationic complexes. Also again name the ligand first. Ligand is, write the name of the ligand first. first ligand is ammonia and it is 4 molecules of ammonia. So tetraamine metal is proper. Since it is a cationic complex, no change in the name of the metal. So tetraamine copper, oxidation state is 2. So tetraamine copper 2 ion. The next example is that of complex anion and metal. Okay, complex anion and metal. Complex anion and having a metal. K3Al C2O4 thrice. Okay, now this is K3Al C2O4 thrice. This is the complex. Now here potassium is carrying a positive charge and the complex ion over here is carrying a negative charge. Okay. Now how you will write potassium? Here you will not write, even though 3 ions of potassium are there, you will not write here 3, 2 or anything, only simply potassium. Now coming to the complex, first you will write ligands over here. Which ligands are there? Oxalate. And how many? 3. So oxalate becomes oxalato. Trioxalato. Metal is there. Again it is a cationic ion. Complex is having negative charge. So aluminium metal you will write it as aluminate. Aluminium will become aluminate. It is 3. So the IUPAC name of this complex. Now next example we will see complex cation and metals. Complex cation and metal. Okay. CONH3 CO cobalt NH3 5 CO3 Cl. Now here also how you will write, name the ligands first. So amine, how many amine molecules are there? 5. So pentaamine carbonyl is there, so you will write it as carbonato. This chloride is in ionization sphere. So here pentaamine carbonato, cobalt. What is the oxidation state over here? Cobalt. 2 of this and 1 this. So 3 and chloride. Now why we are not writing chloride inside? Because it is not in the complex ion. It is in the ionization sphere. It is not in the coordination sphere. We have studied coordination sphere and ionization sphere. We have studied the ionizable ions also in the previous lecture. So here this chloride you will not write here while writing the name. You will not write chloride before the name of the metal. Chloride is your ionizable group. So you will write it after writing the name of the complex. Complex is this one. This is your complex. So first you will name this and after that the charge is satisfied by the chloride ion. So the IUPAC name of this complex is pentaamine carbonato cobalt 3 chloride. Okay, carbonyl, your carbonyl ligand will become carbonato. Last, neutral complex. Neutral complex having no charges. Okay, neutral complex no charges. Now carbonyl molecules are there. How many? 5 ligands of carbonyl are there. So pentacarbonyl ion, pentacarbonyl ion. You will not write capital over here. Carbonyl What is the oxidation state of Fe over here? Now cobalt is a neutral ligand, so Fe is having 0 charge. So in parenthesis we will write 0. So this neutral complex is written like this. So we have seen 5 types of complexes and the IUPAC name of that complexes. So next topic is EAN rule, that is effective atomic number. Effective atomic number rule, that is your EAN rule. Now this rule was proposed by Sidgwick, who proposed this rule to explain the stability of the complexes. Now what this rule states? This rule states that now we know that the central metal atom is Lewis acid and it is continuous, it accepts the electrons from the ligands, but there is some limit to which it can accept the electrons. So the metal ion accepts the electrons from ligands in order to achieve the electronic configuration of nearest inert gas. Electric configuration of nearest inert gas. Now we know the inert gas argon having 18 krypton, xenon, and then radon. So these are your inert gases and these are their atomic numbers. So the metal continues to accept the electron from the ligand in order to complete its outer electronic configuration to that of the nearest inert gas. Okay. So which are the nearest? If the metal is nearer to the argon, then it will achieve 18 outermost electronic configuration. Or if it is nearer to krypton, then 36, xenon, then 54, and radon. If the metal is nearest to the radon, then it will try to achieve electronic configuration to that of nearer to that of the radon, that is 86. Now let's see the rule. EAN rule. EAN is number of electrons in the metal. Number of electrons in the metal plus electrons donated by the ligands. Okay. Now how do you find the number of electrons in the metal? It's nothing but your atomic number of the metal. Atomic number of the metal, that is your Z minus electrons lost during ion formation, that is X, and your electrons donated by the ligands, that is it will be Y, donated by ligands, that is Y. So your EAN number is nothing but X, Z minus X plus Y. Okay, Z minus X plus Y. ZnNH3 4 2 plus. What is the atomic number of zinc? Atomic number of zinc is 30. So this is your X. Atomic number of zinc is 30. How many electrons are lost during ion formation? Zinc is carrying +2 charge. So electrons lost by zinc, how many? 2. So your, here this is not X, this is Z. Your atomic number is always denoted by Z, and this is your X. And what are Y? How many ligands are there? 4 ammonia ligands. One ligand, ammonia is a monodentate ligand. So each ligand will donate 2 electrons. So 4 ligands you will have electrons donated by ligands. How many? Monodentate ligand. Ammonia is a monodentate ligand. Each ammonia will donate 1 lone pair, and 4 ammonia molecules are there. So 4 2s are 8. 8 electrons are there. So EAN, how you calculate? Z minus X plus Y. So that is 30 minus 2 plus 8. 28 plus 8, that is 36. Now it is stable. This complex is stable using this complex is stable. Now there are some complexes which do not follow this EAN rule also. Okay, example is there. CuNH3 5. It's not that all the complexes which are stable they follow EAN rule, but there are some complexes which do not follow the EAN rule. CuNH3 4 2 plus. CuNH3 4 2 plus. Now this complex do not follow the EAN rule. Atomic number of copper is, what is atomic number of copper? Atomic number of copper is 29. Number of electrons lost 2. Number of electrons donated by ligands. Again here are ammonia, 4 ammonia are there. So 4 2s are 8 electrons. 29 minus 2 plus 8, that is 27 plus 8. This becomes your 35. Now this is not your inert gas configuration. No inert gas is having 35 in its outermost as its outermost configuration. So by EAN rule this complex should not be stable, but this complex is stable. So some of the complexes do not obey EAN rule.